everybody, it's Linda. I am here with my latest journal that I'd like to show you. It is a bird journal and it uses some digitals that I just absolutely loved working with. So let's just dive right in. It is made from a handmade cover that I collaged, and I used a hidden spine and covered the back with this very old, it's kind of a bark cloth, mustard yellow. And I sewed the cover. There's some decorative stitching here. And then, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat this morning. And a cluster of handmade charms. Well, I didn't make this one, but I made this one from a rubber stamp and a beaded dangle and a bird charm on this very, very old pin. I guess it's a garment pin of some sort that I found at an estate sale in a jar of buttons, and attached it to this beautiful piece of a snippet. And then this beautiful image is from Louise Heinzel, a grungy bird, or anyway, I can't remember exactly the name of the digital, but I will credit all the digitals in the description box in case you want to look for them. And I placed that over the top of some corrugated paper. Actually, I bought it in a sheet like you would buy scrapbook paper, and I just tore and tipped the edges in some gold. And it's got some dangles dangling from the bottom, from the center of each signature, and we'll show those a little closer. It has a eyelet with, excuse me, sorry, silk closure. And here's the back. You can see the collage, whoopsie, the collage base that I started with for this cover. So just some strips of paper. Many of them I used in the journal and some were just coordinating colors. Okay, let me try to stay in frame here as we flip through this journal. Get us set up here. Okay. Really excited about this one. It has 3 signatures, and each signature has 20 pages. So it's a total of 60 pages, and okay, let's get in frame. 60 pages and 120 sides if you're a side counter. Okay, so the front pocket is made from this very old lace. The inside cover is covered with Louise Heinzel's digital, as are the front of each of the signatures, the first page, because the images of the birds are beautiful and the backgrounds are so richly detailed and layered. She is just so very talented, and I will put her website, or her, YouTube channel in the description box. And then a handmade envelope with a letter from me and a library card. All right, so this is the front of the first digital. And this little pocket here has a handmade tag. This little bird is taking a bath in the bird bath. Has the bar of soap that he's washing under his wing. Just adorable. His little guest towel is hanging off the edge of the bird bath, and he's dripping on a little frog. Just such a cutest little rubber stamp. And then this is a vintage Burgess bird book for children that I just included these pages. So they can be used to create your own ephemera or just however you'd like. But I thought they were a nice little addition. Okay, let me get my hands out of the way here. This is some of my coffee dyed paper. This burlap is a digital. An Edith Holden page. And on the back side is a little belly band from a digital and a little coffee dyed guest check that I stamped with some birdies. And this just slides right in here. Okay, some mulberry paper. This is another page from the digital, and I created a little fabric tab here. There's several fabric tabs in each signature. This is a Liberty of London fabric with a bit of old lace. And then this is yet another digital, just beautiful little bird cards. They kind of remind me of like cigarette cards or whatever. And on the back, I have these adorable rubber stamps that look like little Post-it notes. So I stamped that on the back of these for a little bit of journaling or note making. So these tuck in here. This is a pocket from Louise Heinzel's Digital. Some children's ledger, vintage music page, and this song is called Birds of a Feather. This is a page from an Audubon bird book. And I thought this was neat. It's about building nest boxes. This is some avocado dyed paper. This is the center of the first signature. It's a piece of old scrapbook paper from my stash, and I love this paper. And then in the center of each signature is one dangle that hangs down below the page, or you can also, rather than hanging it below the page, you could dangle it over the side, and then it would dangle down the side. Oh, sorry. It would dangle down the center of the back of the spine too. So either way, I usually like to have them dangling down the bottom. So apologize for all that. And a little collage that I created with a little vintage button and the other little beads that I added to the signature. You can see that well. This is a little bird cage and some coordinating beads. This is a fabric flip. This is from a Kathy Holden fabric, maybe Flea Market Fresh or something along those lines, in some vintage lace. Just pretty colors. I love the way it looks against the avocado paper. The other side of the Audubon bird book and the music paper. This pocket has a little handmade tag on some scrapbook paper and another sheet from the, oh no, this is a different vintage bird book. This is about the dove and the cuckoo. It is so early here. It's like 8 a.m. Not that that's early. I've been up for hours, but I am filming early because my grandbabies are coming today. So I want to get this filmed and get this journal listed in my Etsy shop before they arrive. Okay, look at how pretty this Edith Holden page is here with the birds, and I just added a strip of some fabric washi. And the other side of the Edith Holden. This is a multi-pocket page that I created. Here's a little altered playing card. And this is from the digital, and it's a little card, journaling card. Little piece of vintage ephemera. This is gold bond stamps. And a vintage time card. And I left it blank. I'm trying to leave more areas blank so that the new owners of the journals can do their own decorating and their own adding. I'm trying very hard not to over decorate. Okay, and oops, that wasn't supposed to be there. I created this little collage here, and these are interesting. This is just a piece of scrapbook paper that I thought was really pretty. I don't want to blind you with the bold foiling there. It's got a little bird and a butterfly, and that's in that tuck. And then this, my husband and I took a one-day antiquing tour, and I went into a little art shop, and this is an actual original piece of art by Missouri artist. I guess his name is Jim Peters. And it was a bookmark, and I found it just like this, and I wasn't about to alter anyone else's work. But I thought it just looks so pretty in this journal that I thought I would add it. So that's what that is. And here's a little fabric tab with some beaded dangles. I'm gonna, guess I will lift this up and see if I can't get the dangles in there. It's a little shell, is that right? There, a little shell with some little crystals on. This is a little bit of a vintage chandelier crystal piece. I just kind of pieced together from my jewelry making stashes. Okay, let's get back in frame. And this is the second, beginning of the second signature, and this was just my favorite image. It's the same image that I used on the cover. Just beautiful birds with just such vibrant, pretty colors. And on the inside here, I created this little, it's kind of a little doily booklet. And you can journal in it. I sewed it. It's got several pages. I tucked it in this coffee dyed stitched belly band, and this front page of this signature, I attached some mulberry paper to the back and sewed it, and this little booklet will fit right on this belly band. And I actually saw this, hello, sorry, I'm always fiddly when I'm filming. That's just kind of my own little Murphy's Law thing. Anyway, it's trying to get hung up on the folds of the belly band. There we go, got it. So this was a YouTube video that I watched. I believe it was Treasure Books, but I will link it in the description box. It was very easy to put together. I was very inspired by her video. And another page from the Audubon Bird Book, some vintage ledger. This is a page from the digital and one of my handmade dangles. And this is a strip from a piece of fabric. I absolutely love those fabric color strips that are on the edges of some fabrics. And then this is more of Louise Heinzel's digital, the journaling card. This is probably meant to be like a belly band or a side tuck, and I just tucked it in here for you to use however you'd like. You can journal on it, you can use it as a bookmark, or you can add it to a page. And then I just added a blank coffee dyed tag also. Just trying to leave lots and lots of room for journaling. And this is a little paper sack that I use in most of my journals, and in the inside, you will recognize this if you watch my videos or have one of my journals. I always include a tea bag in a little decorative tea bag pouch. And this is some green tea with mint. I thought it sounded great for summertime. So it goes here, and I always bead the edges of those, or the strings of the tea bag, and I created a little collage here. Okay. Some loose leaf paper, a page from a 1940s yearbook, and some lined avocado dyed paper. This is a junk mail envelope that I put a trio of tags in the window pocket, and I intentionally left them completely blank so that you can decorate them, journal on them, do whatever you would like. Just put a few little accents on there. So this fits inside of here, and the little birdie will show through the window. some vintage trim, and then I also made it a side tuck, and I just added this little journal card made from scrapbook paper to the side. So there's that page, and it's on a Braille background page. And then this is the center of the second signature, some very simple neutral beads. And this is the dangle, very simple but pretty dangle that hangs from the bottom. Okay, these are the back sides. This is a fabric flip. Each signature has its own fabric flip. This is another handmade tag that I made, or little embellishment. And this is another Kathy Holden fabric, and some of the fabric from the spine. Love this. Here is the back side of that envelope with just a few collage pieces, and there will be some little journaling cards in here. Miscellaneous journaling cards. This one, and you never know what else I might tuck in there. Never can tell. Okay, and then this with the Liberty of London fabric tab. It says "Make Today Beautiful." This is the back side of the graph paper and the bird book. And here is a belly band with 3 of those gorgeous digital birdie cards. I just love them. They're so vibrant and pretty. So those little fellas are just right in here. And this is the beginning of the third and final signature. And this is the digital, another one of Louise Heinzel's adorable little birds. And I made this little journal card. It's a mother robin feeding those sweet little birdies. This is a digital that I will credit. It has a slow stitched look to it, and I just love that. Some mulberry paper, coffee dyed, children's ledger. Here is another dangle with a little dove that let's see, oh, I'm fidgeting, I apologize. I painted this little dove, there it goes. I don't know if you can see, I distressed that little dove with some acrylic paint, and he just hangs from that little lace dangle. This is part of that slow stitched look digital. This is a piece of ephemera. It's a little ephemera folio that I'm including, packed with birdies. It's got some vintage playing card birds, some bird tags and images, and a couple more of those beautiful cards, including the cardinal. And the cardinal is near and dear to my heart because I'm here in St. Louis. And for one thing, we have tons of cardinals that fly around in our backyards, and it's just we're just have an abundance of beautiful cardinals in this area. Our baseball team, and I'm a huge baseball fan, are the St. Louis Cardinals. And I think that my mom also, who is in heaven, will visit me and send cardinals to say hello. So I wanted to make sure I had a cardinal in this journal somewhere. So 2-pocket little folio filled with ephemera, and this little flap just slides, and this will be tucked into this side tuck there. Got a little, okay. Audubon bird book, and the back sides. This music page is called, this song is called The Bluebird. And this is the center of the final signature, and I attached another one of my handmade bird tags, little embellishments with some beads. And this is the beaded dangle from the third signature. And here is another Liberty of London fabric tab. And these little girls, there's a bird in this little girl's hair, but her hair resembles a nest a little bit because it's curly and has little flowers and such in it. So I guess this bird decided to just perch right there. And I made a little tag here that has a pocket. I just tucked these little tickets in there. And this little glassine bag with some lace trim. And the little birdies here, the Audubon. This is a card that I got in the mail that I just kind of converted into, did a little bit of distressing and converted it into a large journal card. And this is another bit of that slow stitched look digital that I will credit in the description box. And we're winding down here. This is a fabric flip. I got this piece of fabric from an Etsy shop and thought it would be the perfect time to use a little bit of it. Very unique. And I love the way it looks with the mulberry paper. And this is the very last pocket, and it's got a bird tag and a recipe card and this little cute little pocket here with that little slow stitched look bird. And then this is the back of the final signature and the back page and pocket, and I included this beautiful little note card here with this bird. No, bird cage, sorry about the glare. Okay, so that goes there, this little pocket. And this is the back, ties, see? Turn it over. And I will be listing this in my Etsy shop, hopefully within the next hour or so, and before my grandbabies get here. And I'm gonna get to work on my next little project, which is actually a giveaway. I have reached on my little baby channel, I've reached 500 subscribers, which isn't much in the scheme of things, but I'm proud of that. So I am going to be making something to offer as a giveaway. So that will be my next video. I'll announce that little giveaway and show you what I've created to send to someone. And then after that, I believe I'm going to do a nursing journal. I am a registered nurse. I'm retired now. I retired young so I could watch my grandbabies. And but I was a nurse for 40 years, or I am still a nurse. Always in OB with newborns and the NICU and pediatrics and labor and delivery, and always with moms and babies and kids. That's kind of my passion in life. So anyway, in honor of those years, and because I have a lot of nursing ephemera and such, I'm going to make a nursing journal. So I think that's going to be next. There may be more than one. I'm not sure. I'm still kind of in the gathering phase. So those are the next couple of things that are coming down the pike. I'm also playing around with the idea of a Raggedy Ann journal. Because I was obsessed with Raggedy Ann as a little girl, and I still really have a love for Raggedy Ann. So that's another thing I'm considering. So I have several things in the works, but the next thing is to be on the lookout for that giveaway. I'm excited about that. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for allowing me to share my journal with you, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.